Here is one of the picture I am trying to show you how the MVC pattern is implemented with AngularJS. As he told, the view is nothing but the HTML and CSS objects, and the control is nothing but your functions, JavaScript functions, and the model is nothing but JavaScript objects. So once the user is there, he is trying to give the request, a HTTP request. And if there is any data I want which is taken from your database or via web service, the data is returned. And afterwards, via the view, the response is given. So this is how the normal flow is. So the model view controller works in this fashion. A user interaction is happening via view. So because HTML page is getting loaded, and the entire control is passes to the controller, manipulate, and the model is giving the data. If it is with the model view presenter, the user interaction is happening in the view, and it passes the call to the presenter and manipulates. The model is giving back the data to the presenter, and the presenter is updating the view. So this is the difference between the model view controller and model view presenter. You are able to see it here, a live implementation in C#. So the user is there, is asking a HTTP request. The front controller will take care of calling your model and view. If there is any insert, update or create, read, update or delete model is happening, it will go to the model, take the data, and this is passed to the view so that you will get the response in the HTML. That's how the functionality is. So let me show you the practical example. You are able to see the data here. So once if I am having the model, automatically it will bind to the HTML here. Let me check it out. I'll try to run it here. Here is a small implementation. You are able to see the head tag. It got something. I'll talk about those things later. And there is a ng app, end text, everything. So I'm trying to type it Venkat. You are able to see the controller is responding and it is displayed in the view. This is your view. That's how the logic is. Once the request is given, the dispatcher will delegate to the model, and what is the data is passed to the view, and you are able to see the view here. That's how the functionality is. This is your view. So here is the HTML view with the scope. There is a scope variable which is nothing but an object or properties. And here is the model. These two, view and model, it's binder dynamically. So this is how the binding is. This is binder. Let's see on this more. So thus they called it as a two-way data binding. That's the major advantages of AngularJS. So AngularJS is considered to be the latest trending front-end framework provided by Google as open source. It provides a two-way data binding, which is described as the synchronization of model and view. Over here you are able to see, if it is a one-way binding, the model is there, template is there, merge it, and you can see the view here. But in AngularJS you will be having this kind of concept. If there is any change in view, automatically the model will get updated here, and if there is any change in model, automatically the view get updated. That's how it will be. So this is how the functionality is. So an automatic updation of model and view and synchronization is referred to as two-way data binding, which is happening in AngularJS. I'll show you the example. Once I'm trying to refresh the page, automatically the data is gone. Now I'm going to give 1. Automatically, if I'm giving a data in the model, the view is getting updated. I'll show you another example. In that view is changed, automatically the model is getting changed. That's how the functionality is. That's called a two-way data binding. If you talk about the history of AngularJS, initial world got this kind of HTML, like an inline way of writing the code. You'll be having input type text, a text box, an ID is this one. On change, I'm calling the function. This is 1999. In 2007, they moved to a kind of a dollar symbol and with the tagging. So a particular ID is emphasized as tag hash dot change of. So the name dot change of is written like this. This is called unobstructive type of HTML coding. Followed by in 2013, the data binding is different. The reason is like they use the concept of data -bind is equal to value name. This is called knockout.js JavaScript. And this is overridden by the latest framework of AngularJS. They are using ng-model. Using this kind of terminologies, they are able to write AngularJS type of HTML code. Let's see further on this. So the reason why AngularJS, the reason is like the page never reloads. There is no server-side page rendering option. So the page loading will be really faster. The visitor clicks a link, automatically AngularJS requests the content, and the new content is written, and the new content is inserted into the existing page. No need to create a new page. That's the advantage of AngularJS. So there is no page reload. So AngularJS controls the entire application and shows and hides everything in HTML DOM. AngularJS provides the extended features to create, read, update and delete applications. AngularJS has routing which allows us to handle the URL hash. That's one of the advantage. To initiate AngularJS coding, this is how we have to proceed. It is a library written in JavaScript and it is distributed as JavaScript file. If you want to write your AngularJS code in your existing HTML, you need to create a script tag, and the source is equal to, you have to give this particular URL, the googleapis.com, and close the script tag. And the basic program will have three important directives. One is ng-app, the other one is ng-model, and the other one is ng-bind. ng-app directive defines the root element of AngularJS. And ng-model bind the input field of HTML value to the application variable by name. And finally ng-bind bind the application variable value to the HTML element. If you want to make your page HTML valid, you can use data-ng- instead of ng2. This is an additional option. You can include data-ng. So here is a small piece of code I've written. You're able to see HTML/HTML into that head tag and body tag. So as I told, I put a title, and apart from that, your script will have the path of AngularJS from googleapis.com. This is the reference library. And here is the body tag. The body tag is having ng-app, which is a starting point of AngularJS code. Enter text input, so it's a text box. ng-model text. This text is used here to bind. So whatever you type here, I will try to bind it here. The model is the one which will store the data and it will be binded using ng-bind. Here is a simple explanation I have provided. Now here is the output. I'm trying to type it here, automatically it will be displayed here. This is how your AngularJS will work. Let me go back to my example. Here is the piece of code I've written, the head tag and the body tag. So this is your ng model. This is your ng model and this is your ng bind. Whatever I type here, type it as Venkat Wikiteki. This is how the binding is happening. So whatever you type in the model, it is getting binded here. That's it. We got lots and lots of interesting interview videos for you. If you want to learn about the technology, just go to youtube.com, search for Wikiteki technology tutorials. For school related information, it's the Wikiteki school in YouTube. And for interview related stuff, it's Wikiteki interview tips in YouTube. And apart from this, this is our website wikiteki.com. You can go to our site to learn lots and lots of interesting technology related informations. And if you're looking for more videos from us, you can include this particular number in your WhatsApp group, so that we'll be sending lots and lots of videos to you. And if you have any questions or doubts, you can post it in our YouTube channel so that our expert will answer it. And check out our website wikiteki.com. And apart from that, this is our Facebook URL. You can provide your likes and get notifications. Thank you from wikiteki.com.